Hey, welcome back to my channel. In this video, I'm gonna talk about top 5 best LG phones. Starting at number 5. LG Wing 5G. The LG Wing 5G is different from most other phones. It has a front screen that swivels horizontally and upwards to reveal a smaller display underneath. That means more screen real estate while still being something you can hold with one hand. It doesn't quite succeed as its accompanying multi-screen software is pretty basic, but the potential is certainly there. Elsewhere, it has decent hardware under the hood so it can cope with what you throw at it. Factor de forma versa I tilde various pantallas con modo giratorio pantalla principal OLED full vision de 6, 8 pulgadas, pantalla secundaria OLED de 3, 9 pulgadas, ca. Mara trasera triple de 64 MP principal, 13 MP ultrancha, 12 megapixels con sensors de movimiento hexa 32 MP ca. Mara de selfie 4K grabatia superscript 3N de video 4000 mAh battera. This device is T-Mobile/Sprint unlocked and will work with T-Mobile, Sprint. Not compatible with Cricket and any other CDMA network. Does not support AT&T network. Coming at number 4. LG Velvet. The Velvet is LG admitting its design had become a little stale, and so the company has delivered an attractive device with curved edges that make it seem slimmer even though the screen is the same size as the V60s. The phone has the Snapdragon 765 in Korea and the 765G in the US. But as ever with LG, it's frustratingly difficult to get the phone in other countries, so you might have to import. That's a shame because there's a lot to like here with solid performance, an improved software skin and a headphone jack. Even though it lacks the quad DAC of other LG phones, so the sound quality isn't quite as good. Cameras are the phone's downside, with noticeably iffy results from all lenses. The main sensor just about holds it together, but the digital zoom is not great. And the ultra-wide isn't as good as we've come to expect from LG, the company who popularized the lens on phones. 0.24 in, Technologa quad binning a Euro, 8 megapixels con lente ultra gran angular con apertura f2. 2. Sensor de profundidad de 0. 591 in a Euro, a 5 megapixels con apertura f2. 4. At number 3. LG V40 ThinQ. The LG V40 ThinQ is to the G7 what the Samsung Galaxy Note 9 is to the Galaxy S9, a similar yet bigger and slightly higher spec sibling. The V40 has a 6.4-inch OLED display that's both sharp and ready to display HDR10 content. On top of that, the phone features a versatile 5-camera system with 3 on the rear and 2 on the front, even adding an HDR10 video recording. Unsurprisingly, the LG V40 also runs on a Snapdragon 845 chipset, but comes with 6 GB of RAM by default. If you're adventurous, the phone's IP68 rating against water and dust along with its MIL/STD 810G shock resistance are reassuring, so you don't have to worry as much about damaging your investment while out and about. El Tila copyright Fono de 5 ca Amaras Nuestro Revolucionario Sistema de 5 ca. Maras Tres ca Superscript 3 Modament Unkit de Herramientas Fotogra, Ficas a la punta de tus dedos. Captura momentos como quieres con las ca Amaras esta, NDAR, teleobjetivo zoom y super gran angular. Altavoz boombox enciende los graves dale a tu experiencia de audio un sonido alto y lleno de espacio con un impulso de graves. Imagen de composición superscript 3 AI perfect AI composition edita automaticamente la posición superscript 3 de tu sujeto para un toque artístico y equilibrado. Pantalla OLED full vision de 6.4-inch. Number 2 of my list. LG G7 ThinQ. The LG G7 ThinQ is the latest in one of LG's 2 flagship phone lines. Although it has effectively been succeeded by the LG V40, the G7's lower price and high-end specs help it win out. The phone packs a powerful Snapdragon 845 chipset, giving it about as much horsepower as you could need. With 6.1 inches of high-resolution OLED display, it's definitely pretty where it counts and gets extra bright. helping visibility in direct sunlight. La parte frontal del LG G7 está dominado por la pantalla plana de 6.1 pulgadas. Y es una pantalla LCD, que personalmente no me molesta, ya que toda ese falta. Stico y funciona para más en los entornos donde viajo. OLED así. ¡Ja! Convertido en el esta, NDR para la mayoría de los copyright phonos Android y el iPhone X, pero todos los modelos anteriores de Apple iPhone utilizan LCD sin que las personas quejen por la tecnología de visualización superscript 3N. Las pantallas OLED tienen negros que son más oscuros de lo que se ve en las pantallas LCD, pero la preocupación superscript 3N que he leído en la niña es en cuanto a la visibilidad bajo la luz solar directa. Fue un raro salido en el estado de Washington y cuando sostengo el Samsung Galaxy S9 Plus. And number 1. LG V60 ThinQ 5G. The LG V60 is the best LG phone for some time. It has a big, bright display that looks great, although it only has a 60Hz refresh rate, normal for most phones, but similar spec flagships like the OnePlus 8 Pro and Samsung Galaxy S20 have 120Hz, making them more fluid looking. The V60 excels in battery life with a genuine 2-day battery life. Top performance from the Snapdragon 865 chip and 5G compatibility. Most purchases also come with the dual screen case. It's bulky, but adds a second screen so you can run 2 apps side by side or use it as a Nintendo 3DS style gamepad. 8 pulgadas experiencias cinematográficas en tu mano mira videos con una claridad impresionante. Color y contraste en la relación superscript 3N de aspecto esta, NDR de 25:9 de la industria cinematográfica. VE ma es de la China y suma copyright git en la hecha superscript 3N en la pantalla ma es grande de LG. 5G en su core experiment connections SA superscript 3 litas y eficiencia energa. Copyright tica extrema con la plataforma Qualcomm Snapdragon 865 5G. Batería de 5.000 mAh. Enciende la captura, creo intrishin durante horas. Esta batería super grande de 5.000 mAh tiene el poder para permitir hacer más durante todo el día. Además, la administración superscript 3N de energía de ayuda a prolongar el uso. CA with tilde mara trasera de 64 MP, ampli ma, es dispar fotos brillantes y de alta resolución superscript 3N. Check out this video description for latest price and more informations. Thank you for watching this video. Please subscribe and stay tuned.